Today we're going to talk about breaking close guard. The importance of breaking close guard. For MMA, if he, let's say this was a self-defense situation or mixed martial arts fight, and he closed guard on me, I wouldn't be that worried. I would not necessarily want to even get out of this position here because it's a very stable platform for me to strike. So I'll be here, I could, ground and pound. For submission, grappling, so be it sports jiu-jitsu or sports no-gi jiu-jitsu, you find yourself in here, there's a very limited array of submissions you can use from here. You can do a couple of Ezekiel chokes there, but I'm not going to finish, realistically, I'm not going to finish the match from here. So I got to get out of that situation. So he's going to lock in there. So before we get into getting out, how do I stay in here? The worst thing that I can do is this person locks his legs around me here and I try to relax. Usually this happens after a battle where we were trying to fight for position. Maybe I even almost got to the side. I was wearing myself out and he repositions me inside the guard and he locks down. And I might be tired and I might get in the habit of doing this kind of stuff here. Just taking a breather. I believe that it's okay to stay inside here and do this. Nothing could be further from the truth. You always want to be in good posture inside closed guard. It's important because it's harder to break closed guard when you're in bad posture, but it's also a lot easier for him to do submissions on you. So you want to make sure that you're in good posture so you don't get submitted here. So first, if you're not down, if you're up, you stay up. You can see that my knees are flared to the outside here, and I'm sitting on my heels here. So don't be butt off the heels because you're just raise your center of gravity a lot. So you sit back there, you figure out which leg you want on top. Usually I personally sit traditional way here, so I sit with my right foot on top of the left. But you could use it the other way. Now my back is straight, and when I say back straight, I don't mean just relax the way you would walk around in the street. When I say back straight, I mean the back in the same way as if I was trying to pull a heavy weight like a deadlift, or if I was squatting the world here. So my chest is broad, my back is arched to the front, like I'm protruding my belly here. Okay, so try to push to the front here. The importance of that is because he's not going to be sitting there just doing this. I'm not wearing a gi so you guys can see what's happening, but if I was wearing a gi, he would be pulling down on my lapel and try to break this posture. So I got to counter that by having excellent posture here. Now, once I get all those things done, knees are wider than my feet. I'm sitting back with my hips as low as they can be. My back is straight. I'm not looking down a whole lot because looking down doesn't give me any information that I cannot have just by feeling there. So no need to look down because it breaks your posture. You can get on the back of your neck. So once I got this here, I need to worry about my grips. That's the only thing I need to worry about is where do I place my hands. For beginners, a good generic rule to use is you stay belt and below. Okay, you don't want to stay out here as a beginner because you really don't know enough. So the more you go high here, the more exposed your elbows are. You can see the elbows are away from my upper body. It's harder to do this here without getting arm barred. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you tuck those elbows in and keep them in. Okay. Now grip wise here, we're going to use a beginner grip here to break. I'm going to place one hand, and if Sissy's wearing a gi, okay, gi-less, this would be different. I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to bring that elbow inside, okay? I bring the elbow inside. That doesn't mean I'm going to try to spike here because that doesn't do anything besides piss him off more. So, if I don't want to have an angry man here at the bottom, so just there. The next grip here that I'm going to use will be on the belt by his other side, by the hip bone here, and the elbow's also in, okay? So I'm right there. Now, if this was no gi, you could do the exact same thing without the grips, okay? So this is possible to do it without a gi as well. Now, here comes the process of actually breaking the guard. So what I'll do here is first, on the side, this is unilateral, meaning if you set up this way here, you're going to do it to one side. So to the side where I'm controlling the leg, I'm going to flare my knee even further, and I'm going to lean on top of that leg here. So you're here, lean on top of that leg. My posture is still good, okay? Tilted, but still good. I'm not getting any closer to him, okay? So there. Now, once I get to this position here, I'm going to apply pressure on his hip. This is very important, pressure downward. So this hip does not come up. I don't want him to come off the mat with this here because I want my knee, to stay down and for my knee to come right in the middle, okay? Now, if I don't put pressure here, arch your back, my knee's going to slide under him, and And that does not prevent, doesn't cause any separation. So that doesn't do much for me, okay? So what I want to do here is pressure, okay? Keep that down and bring the knee in the middle. Now watch this. As I do bring the knee in the middle, you can see that I raise my hips. I'm no longer sitting on my heels. So I'm going to go back now to sit back, and magically this pops open, okay? It pops open because I'm creating separation here, and I'm not even using muscle. I don't have to push here to bench press. I just move my whole body back. Since he cannot adjust, my knee is blocking him from moving closer. It breaks open. As soon as it breaks open, don't get into the bad mistake here of relaxing once again, because he's going to reclose it right away, and man, I have to start all over again. So as soon as that pops up, we're going to see next time, I'm going to bring my knee in. So here, good posture, open to the side, I'm leaning on that leg, I'm applying pressure on this hip here, bring the knee to the middle, sit back even further, it pops open, I bring my knee inside. Once the knee is inside, male or female, they cannot close it, it's just too wide. Okay, especially guys, if they close their apply pressure on their groin, they change their mind immediately. Alright? So, one more time. Here, posture. Up, knee in the middle. Push it back. And now you can work your guard passes. Alright, let's try that there.